The sprint car capital of the world, which most notably hosts the Knoxville Nationals, is set for a new challenge this evening. Some NASCAR Gander Outdoors trucks are taking to the half-mile clay oval for the 14th round of the Midwest Sim Racing Association presented by VFW Truck Series season, and coverage is coming at you live on PitStop TV. Welcome and thank you for tuning in and joining us for tonight's action here at the virtual Knoxville, Iowa. Jacob Zala and Trey Shuttlesworth alongside me this evening, and we're ready for the Midwest Sim Racing Association's Truck Series drivers to sling some dirt and ride a little sideways tonight. And Jacob, what more can you tell us about this amazing venue?
Yeah, Emerson, this is an amazing venue indeed, and I don't know about you, but I love this track and all it has to offer. First off, let's talk about how this track was made out of Zoot clay, which is a little different than the clay dirt we are used to. The track has 8 degrees of banking, and it'll be very tacky at the start and handle a little differently at the end. And let's not forget about the berm in the middle at the bottom, of 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. That is going to be a little difficult. It's basically like an extra wall that isn't a wall here at this track. And I also forgot to mention that these trucks haven't raced on the dirt tracks at all. These trucks don't usually run on dirt, or these trucks don't usually run on dirt, but are equipped with special Goodyear dirt tires and haven't raised much further off the ground, losing their splitter. But they have gained a mudguard on the hood to keep that at bay.
Yeah, absolutely. And once again, thank you, Jacob, for the added insight. And again, yes, like you said, these trucks, they are modified a little bit to be able to suit the hardships of racing on dirt a little bit. You know, they should have more reinforcements on there. The damage shouldn't be as much of a factor, but with the iRacing updates, that's not necessarily the case as far as damage concerns. Yes, you know, the splitters are definitely a huge difference. Of course, not destroying the front end of the truck and still being able to maintain some aerodynamic ability. Granted, it's dirt. So aerodynamics really isn't the key. This is really about how well can you wrestle one of these bad boys around a half-mile clay dirt oval. Coming into one of these unique events, we have, of course, the point standings, and Alan Dobbs, 5-time winner on the season, has a 110-point lead over John Gifford there in second, and Alan Dobbs is currently at the top of the charts in practice. He is absolutely looking for a 6th win tonight. Definitely a name to be watching out for tonight. And we're only on the 14th race on the calendar. Alan Dobbs looking to make a serious championship run over John Gifford. John Binder is 239 points back of point leader Alan Dobbs. We have Chris Noble, Matt Dyer, Matt Knight, Chuck Waldrop there through the top 7. That's about 306 points back for Chuck Waldrop. Then we have Bill Dolph, Richard Clement, and Greg Newsome there to round out the top 10. And then Jacob, these drivers on the outside of the playoff cut line could use a little bit of a wild card race to try to get themselves into that playoff hunt. What say you?
Yeah, I agree there. Zendela Collins, as you look, 360 points out right now. He's definitely going to need a wild card. Then followed by Robert Anderson in 12th, Rick Webb in 13th, Dustin Smith in 14th, Hex Valentine in 15th, Justin Carey in 16th, Sean Giroux in 17th, Kyle Payne in 18th, Cody Hassler in 19th, and Jordan Brockel rounding out the field in 20th.
And of course, these are the 20 drivers that have made a lot of the starts this season, and there's been new playoff implications pretty much added in for tonight, or not tonight, but starting tonight, if you will. Coming from race control playoff eligibility, drivers who are outside the top 10 in points and they've earned a win this season, they need to be now 15th in points. So you see there, Justin Carey there in 16th, he needs to get to 15th to be playoff eligible. So that's something very important to notice as well. Something very important to keep track of. And again, all of this and more is unfolding as we get closer and closer to the playoffs. And the playoffs are just around the corner pretty much for these truck guys. Because after tonight, we're going to take a little bit of a break from MSRA trucks. Because, well, they're taking a little bit of break, I should say. Because they're following the real NASCAR schedule. NASCAR has off weeks for the Olympics and all that other stuff. And MSRA trucks aren't even back in action until the second week of August. So you really want to end tonight on a high note. You can have a little bit of a, momentum boost into the pretty much month-long break. and a lot of things to look out for when it comes to the playoff hunt. But of course, we're here at Knoxville and we are getting ready to go. But we will step aside for one quick moment. We'll be right back with the pre-race coverage and into qualifying coverage on the far side of this break.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
SoundArt introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. SoundArt ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Knoxville Raceway. We're here the virtual Knoxville, Iowa. And again, we're slinging some dirt tonight with these NASCAR Gander outdoor trucks tonight in the the MSRA Truck Series presented by VFW. And again, practice is coming to a close, and we can take a look at the practice results or practice times real quick. And of course, like I said, Alan Dobbs top of the charts there. We have Caleb Smith in the 12th, and Zenla Collins, Matt Dyer, Corey Hassler, John Binder. And if you look there in 7th, you might see a familiar name right there, that a 4th in Roman numerals at Cardinale. That is Andrew Cardinale the 4th, our very own Andrew Cardinale the 4th. He hasn't been on too many MSRA broadcasts, actually, in fact, none as a broadcaster, but he is here tonight in full force, driving the number 71 Toyota Tundra. And let's take a look at that number 71 on the pit lane. Andrew, there he is, having a grand old time tonight, getting ready to run in this Truck Series race at Knoxville. And it is a grand old event the league has set up for these drivers tonight. It's a 100-lap event tonight. Stages end at the completion of lap 30 and the completion of lap 60. 100% fuel loads. And again, tires aren't really going to be concerned. There's no limit on tire sets because drivers most likely aren't going to pit for tires. If you're pitting during the race, you're probably very damaged. So a lot of things to look out for if we head into a race like this. And again, you have to take a look at the track here. There's a little bit of a bump on the inside of the corners, as Jacob mentioned with us in the intro. The fern, if you will, they're on the inside. These drivers are definitely going to want to ride right above it as the track starts off very, very fresh. Again, it started at 0% for practice. For the qualifying and race sessions, it's starting at 5% track usage. So they're going to be right above that. And they're going to be, getting all the speed they can out of it. But as the running goes on and that bottom side gets slicked up, they're going to slowly migrate up the track. And we're going to notice that here in qualifying, they're going to be ripping the bottom side. I'd say that's where you're going to see the pole sitter and the fastest times run, right up there on the bottom side. What say you, Jacob? Well, here we go. We are into the qualifying session, and it is time to see who will start on the pole for the MSRA Truck Series round number 14 here at Knoxville. And we have drivers taking to the track, and how about it? Driver of the number 12, and that is Caleb Smith. I believe a newcomer to the series, rocking that number 12 Ford F-150. Getting up to speed here. Look at him really get it sideways just on his warm-up lap. Caleb Smith is getting ready to rock, and he's using all that track up on the outside, getting all the speed he can, get into the line. How sideways he's ripping it. And now we're going to see him really rip it here on the bottom side. He's actually running towards the middle, right actually there now. Towards the bottom, clips the bottom there on the exit of 2, and he's ripping it out of turn 2.
Yeah, like I was about to say, you might see some of these guys use the bottom, but maybe some try to use the top and try and find their speed there. But it's going to be interesting to see where these guys go and what line they choose. As we see Hex Valentine taking the pole right now with a 23-1.
We're going to ride on board with Alan Dobbs, and we can see where he goes. And look at him work this wheel. This is going to be the best camera of the night. You're going to see these drivers work all the way, swing it to the left to get the truck pointed down to the inside. And he's actually finished his qualifying attempt. Alan Dobbs has gone second quickest behind Kyle Dersham in the number 93. This is going to be interesting to see where everything shapes up here into the qualifying session. Chuck Waldrop, the Texan driver, working his way to the top side, and he's also finished up his lap. We'll catch up with Zenla Collins.
Yeah, as you see there, these guys are really working that wheel, and this is what dirt racing is all about. You're not going to have a steady wheel here in the dirt. It is very tacky, very slick sometimes at the end. So these drivers are going to be having to work their wheel all night long.
Here you go with Matt Dyer. He's going to be running more the top side, or I guess right up where the cushion would be in real life right now. He's running right at the edge of that grip, trying to maybe widen out the line a little bit for a second lap. Matt Dyer, again, looking for a great run. Has started to run well, needs to get up there if he really wants to be a serious contender for season championship. And into the barrier, and that's going to potentially invalidate both of his laps, and that's a sign of frustration there, putting the truck back into the barrier.
Yeah, Matt Dyer was definitely not happy about that wreck, as now we see Julio Villalobos try and take his laps and his stabs at trying to get the pole here in that 45 Toyota Tundra.
So actually, these drivers, they only have one timed lap. So instead of the usual 2 timed laps you see maybe on most paved ovals, and oh, Villalobos caught the wall there. That might invalidate his lap time, and I think he's about to go around anyway. He'll catch the truck, but I don't think it'll do too much from Villalobos letting her rip to the line. And I believe his time was invalid. How about this driver?
Our very own Andrew Cardinale here. Let's see what he can run, what his lap will be as he gets to the line here. It will be a
Gonna throw up third quickest.
third quickest. Andrew Cardinale putting work in tonight.
How about that? And again, in the Whiplash Media Sim Cams Toyota Tundra. That's a beautiful truck, by the way. But a very, very fast time from Andrew, getting himself right up to the front early here for this event. And of course, the higher you start up in the field, the less likely you are to get into trouble. We also have, actually that is it, Villalobos is out there repping some more laps, and he's going to go around on just some of his extra practice laps. We got a minute left here in qualifying. You still can get on the track within the next 30 seconds, within the next 15 seconds, and still get a valid timed lap in. We'll see if anybody does that. We do have Robert Anderson attempting that. Corey Hassler has entered the track. We may have a couple trying that strategy.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Robert Anderson, I talked to him earlier. He's happy about this track. He's ready to go. He wants to get things done here tonight at Knoxville. Let's see, will he be able to do it and try and get up there, maybe ahead of Cardinale, ahead of Dobbs, to try and sneak his way in with a victory at Knoxville.
And he's not really pushing on this lap, Robert Anderson. We could ride on board, and that's pretty rough at the center of the corner. And now he's getting some speed going. But this is his timed lap here for Robert Anderson. Corey Hassler is out there as well. I don't think he's going to make it back around Corey Hassler. Or at this rate, Robert Anderson, I don't think is going to make it back around. So that's going to do it for qualifying. We only had 9 drivers set valid lap times in the qualifying session, but let's see how they all come down, or how they all come to the green flag here in just a few moments. Let's go through our starting lineup. And of course, row number 1, driver of the number 93, Kyle Dersham, starting on the pole, and he'll be starting with point leader Alan Dobbs alongside. Row number 2, we're going to have, of course, our own Andrew Cardinale the 4th. Alongside of him will be Caleb Smith. In row number 3, we're going to find Zenla Collins and Rick Webb. Row number 4, how about it for Hex Valentine into the top 10? Early here with a qualifying attempt, putting him 7th. Chris Noble there in the 8th position. And then back in row number 5, we're going to find Chuck Waldrop and Corey Hassler.
Row number 6, we have Bill Dolph and Matt Knight. Row number 7 will be Greg Newsom lining up right next to Robert Anderson. Row number 8 will be Michael Sistini and Matt Dyer. Row number 9 will be Richard Clement and John Gifford. Row number 10 will be Kyle Payne and John Binder. And rounding out the field will be Julio Villalobos and Justin Carey.
And already we're getting these drivers out on their warm-up laps, their formation laps, and you see the fireworks already going off here at the sprint car capital of the world. We're here, Knoxville, with NASCAR trucks on the clay. It is so great to be here with you, Jacob. We are now just a pace lap and a quarter away, or at this point, maybe a pace lap away from getting the green flag. Jacob, what are your final thoughts before we get going?
Man, I've talked about this race all week long. This race is going to be fun. We're going to see a lot of action-packed racing here, especially with asphalt trucks on a dirt-paved track. And it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun. I love Knoxville, so let's get ready to rumble here at Knoxville.
Weather tonight, not too much of a factor. Of course, it is dirt racing, but it should be. I guess something to mention, the air temp is 80 degrees Fahrenheit, track temp at 75 degrees Fahrenheit, and the winds 6 miles per hour out of the south. And again, the stage cautions will wave at the completion of lap 30 and lap 60. But here we go. Kyle Dersham, Alan Dobbs, the 2 leaders. We are waiting for the green lights, and green from Knoxville. Side by side out of turn number 4. No driver has a clear advantage until now. Contact between point leader Alan Dobbs and Andrew Cardinale as Kyle Dersham clears to the race lead. Caleb Smith now clears his way into 4th. He's looking at point leader Alan Dobbs for 3rd.
It looks like Cardinale is making a real impact here through the start of this one as we see Alan Dobbs trying to get that position back, but he's not going to be able to do it on the top line.
Right on board, Caleb Smith working the bottom side right now. You're going to be able to see the bottom side really do some wonders early here. Kyle Dersham sets the fastest lap early. And the bottom side, of course, it's going to be the best right now. But as that track slicks up, you're going to see all these drivers work their way to that top side. They're going to try to get all the speed they can out of that bottom side right now.
Yeah, that bottom side is going to eat up quick as these drivers roll through this race. As we see Alan Dobbs get a little loose there. We'll have to see if Caleb Smith can take the advantage of that and get past Alan Dobbs.
They're still going at it side by side behind Andrew Cardinale. We'll take a look off the rear end here, and now Alan Dobbs looks to the inside of Andrew. Get a little bit of telemetry and see just what kind of speed Andrew's pulling through the center of the corner. And again, the key here on the straightaways at dirt tracks is you don't want to be redlining down the straightaways. You want to be easing onto the throttle, getting that speed to pick up at a consistent rate. Kyle Dersham sets the fastest lap once again. And you can see Alan Dobbs now trying to get himself a gap to Caleb Smith and try to send it down there on Andrew. And he's going to get to the corner, and around goes Andrew.
Oh, big wreck. Oh, no. Our own Cardinale got hit by the points leader, Alan Dobbs.
Oh, no, and this is not what you like to see early. I'm going to take a quick replay of that. We saw from Andrew's onboard pretty much exactly what happened. We're going to go back and see from our TV cams and see if we can dissect what just happened. Here's Alan Dobbs trying to send it to the inside of Andrew. And this is, he just gets on the gas a little bit sooner than Andrew does. This is way before the center of the corner. Makes contact there with the 29 of Zenla Collins. He'll get back going. That truck is not too damaged, but that's an unfortunate incident there for Andrew.
Yeah, Andrew definitely did lose some positions there, but again, like you said, it's not too damaged, so we'll have to see where he lines up now in the positions, but he will get another shot at it and try and get back up through the field.
Well, let's see what he has to say, bringing out the first caution of the night, Andrew. Not necessarily for your own doing, but you're the one going around. What say you?
I saw that one coming. Man, it's good to talk to you guys, I'll say that much. But, you know, it happens. It happens. That's all I can really say.
Right on. We saw you get 3rd there in qualifying and saw how ecstatic you were in the chat. But do you think you have the speed and the capability to get up there and get back up front to where Dobbs is?
Well, Emerson, when the rear tires are in the dirt, there's the speed. I'll say that much. It's fun to get out here and mess with these guys, though. It really is. It really is. It's really cool to get this kind of opportunity. I really got to thank MSRA and everybody, but it's been fun so far. I'm looking forward to seeing what I can do here. The truck feels good when it's going the right direction.
Absolutely. We'll leave you to it. Driver will probably pick you up a little bit later in the race, man. And that is, of course, Andrew Cardinale, the 4th, a familiar voice here at PitStop TV, but we're green once again from Knoxville. This is where business is picking up the battle for 2nd. Dobbs and Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith on the inside. Alan Dobbs on the outside. Alan Dobbs getting himself to run off that outside and getting himself clear of Caleb Smith down into turn number 3.
Yeah, and these two battling are just helping Kyle Dersham pull away a little bit. He's getting out there, but we'll have to see if maybe the 22 Alan Dobbs can pick up that speed and get back to Dersham.
Here we go. Andrew already making his move on through the field. Gotten himself back into the 7th position. and he's trying to really wheel that 71 forward half out without catching that guardrail. And that's very important. You want to keep that truck out of the guardrail. The longer it's out of the guardrail, the faster you are going. That right side looks pretty clean for Andrew. Can't say the same about the left that he had contacted with Alan Dobbs. But up to 7th and looking to try to make his way forward. Zenla Collins, again, a driver who got a little bit of damage in that first accident, running in the 4th position.
Yeah, Zenla Collins has been looking pretty fast so far. He just needs to find a little bit more speed out of that 29 truck, and he'll be able to get to maybe Smith, maybe Dobbs.
Kyle Dersham is definitely pacing the field here today. You can look right off the rear end of Kyle Dersham and see just what kind of speed he's carrying through the center of the corner. And you see he's already moved up to the middle side. He doesn't want to wear out that bottom side too early. He wants to leave a little bit of grip down there. I would assume for maybe restarts if a truck can stay with his outside. But I just don't see that bottom staying useful for that long. He now dives it back to the bottom side through 1 and 2.
Yeah, he's really working that 93 truck all the way around the track, picking which line he wants to use, and he's going to use what line he feels most comfortable that will get him more speed to keep this lead that he has right now.
Well, we are halfway through stage number 1. We'll come back here and find Julio Villalobos, who, remember, he started outside the top 20. Villalobos working his way inside the top 15 now, trying to stay in the 15th position and working on John Binder for the 14th position.
Yeah, Villalobos has been really climbing through the field here. We'll have to see if he can keep climbing through the field. He's got a really fast truck right now, but that doesn't matter right now. He has to keep the speed going and keep getting those positions at the end of this one.
I think Villalobos could potentially get into stage points here. Actually, he worked his way back by Kyle Payne there. But I still think Villalobos still has a shot at stage points. Let's see what's going on just out in front of him. And right now he's working with the 63 Kyle Payne who was inside and maybe not so. But still, what a remarkable run so far for Villalobos, who's into the guardrail.
Yeah, and this is not something you want to
Oh,
see.
no.
This guardrail is not going to help him. As you see here, he's going to lose maybe 1 or 2 spots.
Battle for 3rd. Zenla Collins to the inside of Caleb Smith, trying to steal away that final spot on the podium in the stage. We've got about 13 laps till the stage end, and Caleb Smith, he's just kind of here for fun, but he's doing a phenomenal job holding off one of the regulars of Zenla Collins.
Yeah, he's doing really well. It's been a phenomenal job by that 12 truck to keep him at bay. He's trying to make sure that that 29 truck doesn't get around him there, but he will keep that speed. We'll see Rick Webb as he looks on at Zenla Collins.
Rick Webb down to the bottom side still, and there's still some speed in that bottom side. Rick Webb is using it up there, trying to see if he has anything for that battle for 3rd, but Caleb Smith has started to leg Zenla Collins once again in that battle. And it looks like the bulk of the action is really going on back here with Matt Dyer. Gonna get it there. Matt Dyer closing up on Andrew Cardinale.
Oh man, this could be a fun run. We know how hard Matt Dyer likes to race, and I semi-know how hard Andrew Cardinale likes to race. So pairing these two together, he gets him again. Andrew getting turned again. That is going to be a caution on the speedway, on the raceway.
Stuck.
Oh, not again.
Oh man. And Andrew, man, I know his other favorite number is 22, but tonight he is not a fan of the number 2. It has not gone too well for Andrew. We're gonna try to see how all this unfolds. Here we go back into turn number 1, and Matt Dyer just was a little too close to that left rear quarter panel, and that's just part of the dirt racing. You're not necessarily sure when you're always gonna have the spot on the driver's inside or not, and just unfortunate circumstances once again for Andrew.
Yeah, and this is going to be interesting to see now where Cardinale has to go to get back up there, because that's twice now that he's been spun. So he's going to have to do a lot of hard digging to get back to where he wants to be with Alan Dobbs.
Oh man, I think we're gonna leave him be for this caution. Just once again, another look to see what had happened to Andrew there. He will get back going. Kyle Dersham, still the race leader, and we're only going to have a few laps left in this stage. Okay, I guess we are... We're going to bring Andrew back on up. Andrew, what say you about this one?
Oh boy, I love these guys. We love the leagues we broadcast. But I do gotta say, as a driver, man, and you know what? This is gonna be a common theme this evening from a broadcast perspective. All of you guys watching, this is gonna be a common theme: having to pass without hitting the guy. If you do hit the guy in front of you, well, I've been turned twice. I'm pretty sure I'm the only one who's been turned twice like this. I'm protecting the bottom. I know it's where my truck is good right now. These guys, they're getting to me. They're faster than me, but they've got to find a way around me that's a little bit more clean. That's all I got to say about that one. I love these guys. I'm having fun, but man, I wish I wasn't getting turned.
Absolutely. We'll leave you to it, Andrew. And there's Andrew Cardinale fourth once again. Green flag once again from Knoxville. There is 6 laps to go in this stage. Sideways was Caleb Smith, which crucially got Alan Dobbs cleared into the second position. Alan Dobbs wants to fight for a stage victory with Kyle Dersham. 5 laps to go. We're coming around to 4 laps to go. Only 2 miles this time by the start finish line to decide a stage winner, and who's it gonna be?
Yeah, Alan Dobbs is gonna have to fight hard to get to Dersham. He's found the speed, and it might work. He's gonna have to send it in there, throw some slide jobs, as they like to say in dirt racing, to try and get to Dersham.
Kyle Dersham has been phenomenal today, leading from the get-go. They're trying to hold on for a stage 1 victory, but he's got the point leader, Alan Dobbs, and the 5-time race winner this season, on a track type that these drivers aren't normally accustomed to running. You can see all the winner stickers there on the post of Alan Dobbs' truck, and look at him, so sideways. He's gonna catch some of the berm there, trying to hold on to that number 22.
Yeah, and getting to that berm is not gonna help his truck. Like I said earlier, it's basically another wall that's just invisible and on the track, so it is not helpful whatsoever if you hit that berm. And as you saw, Alan Dobbs lost a lot of time there because of hitting it.
Back here's where the action's picking up for some more stage points, and actually here's some stage points up for grabs. Andrew in 11th, trying to get over Chris Noble. This could make or break a stage point for Chris Noble, who's trying to find his way forward through Greg Newsom and John Binder. 1 lap to go in the stage, and this is the battle for the 10th spot.
Cardinale's gonna have to throw a slider here. We'll see if he does it. He's not gonna be able to get it, as we're gonna see Noble get the run off the outside on the straightaway. Chris Dersham will take the stage win here at Knoxville.
Kyle Dersham, a stage winner here in the MSRA Truck Series presented by VFW. It'll be Alan Dobbs second over Caleb Smith. Zenla Collins, and the caution is now out on the Raceway for the 3rd time this evening. For the first time, not for an Andrew Cardinale spin. Zenla Collins comes home 4th in the stage over Matt Dyer, Corey Hassler, Rick Webb, Greg Newsom, I believe, edged out John Binder, and Chris Noble holds on to that final stage point.
Yeah, and as we saw there, it was a lot of impact racing, a lot of Andrew Cardinale spins, sort of say, but not to his displeasure. That wasn't both of them were not his fault, but again, this is dirt racing and a lot of things do happen.
So we're going to go ahead and bring on up our stage winner here in stage number 1 at Knoxville, Kyle Dersham. And Kyle, you have been absolutely dominant from the drop of the green, have led all 32 laps at this point. What do you make of this race so far?
It's a lot of fun, and mostly dirt, so it's fun for me. I know a lot of guys don't think it is.
Oh, it's been an absolute blast to see all y'all get sideways. So what's your game plan here for stage number 2? I'd imagine more the same, but Alan Dobbs is starting to get a little race with you off that restart.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep it straight, keep it smooth.
Fair enough. You think you have what it takes as the track changes to maintain this top spot?
I hope so. I'd like to think I do.
Right on, Kyle. Well, we're going to give you the floor real quick. Shout out whoever you got to shout out. Thank whoever you got to thank for the Stage 1 victory.
I gotta thank Dirt FX Designs for this wrap. And Reflex Sim Racing for always being supportive of me. And that's it.
Right on. We're going to leave you to it, driver. Best luck to you for the rest of the race.
Alright, thank you.
Kyle Dersham, our stage winner, getting ready to restart this race. And we are green once again from Knoxville. Alan Dobbs got to the tailgate there out of turn number 2. Does he have anything for Dersham? He sends it down to the inside. Can he get that 22 to stick?
He's going to be looking for a lot of grip. He's going to have to try and get that 22 to stick at some point, but it's just a matter of can he get it to stick and can he clear Dersham?
We'll have to see as it goes on. Kyle Dersham doing a phenomenal job once again of getting clear of the restart chaos, and I have to give it up to the rest of this field. Other than the 2 run-ins Andrew has had with Alan Dobbs and Matt Dyer, it's been a very clean race, and oh my goodness, you just got to look at what's going on here in the midfield.
Yeah, a lot of craziness going on back here, but like you said, it's been very clean, other than the 2 run-ins Andrew's had, as we see Greg Newsom try and hold on to his position right now.
And Greg Newsom trying to hold on to that 9th position here and try to set himself up to gain more spots for the 2nd stage of the race. And back here is where it's also all going on. Kyle Payne is cleared. Bill Dolph, Julio Villalobos down in the 16th position trying to find his way forward. And here we go. This is John Bender moving up on Chris Noble maybe for the 10th position. Oh, John Bender!
John Bender got a little loose there.
Hold on to that truck, and loose, I guess, is relative because he was definitely more sideways than the other trucks. But you're always kind of loose at a dirt track. But that was not the preferred slip angle, if you will, for John Bender. He'll carry on though, fighting for that now 11th position with John Gifford. We're side by side, coming back into turn number 3. We can find our way forward, though. Zenla Collins and Caleb Smith are going at it. They've got Matt Dyer in tow. The battle for 3rd is heating up. Oh, Caleb Smith sideways all over the inside, and he's going to get up on the berm. He's going to fall way back behind Rick Webb even is Caleb Smith, and now Zenla Collins holds the 3rd position.
Yeah, Caleb Smith just did not enter that corner well, and then he hit the berm, did a little bit of rallycross jumps there, and got sent back. And now as we see Matt Dyer try and get to Zendela Collins, using that outside lane to try and pick the speed up.
Matt Dyer again trying to get himself onto the bottom side of the podium. He sees Alan Dobbs having a grand old time battling for the race lead, and I assume he'd like to insert himself into that battle as well. Matt Dyer now losing a little bit of touch with Zenla Collins on the straightaway. I think Collins is just happy to get clear and show what he can do in that number, 29 truck. That's what it's scored as. There's a 58 on the side of that thing. And again, I don't know if the numbers are really going to matter tonight. You won't be able to see most of them. You'll see it there on the right side. He's kept it out the wall, but that left side, a little dirty, maybe a little contact there.
Yeah, it definitely looks like he got a little contact there, and we'll have to see how it works with this truck through the rest of this one.
Carry on. Caleb Smith back here. He gets passed by Andrew Cardinale, and Caleb Smith has not looked the same since he was in that battle for the 3rd position. He's fallen all the way back down to 8th and is getting sized up here by Greg Newsom.
You have to wonder if him taking those rallycross jumps on the berm hurt his suspension and he's not able to turn the car as he used to.
Was currently trying to work over to the inside of Andrew Cardinale, the 4th, and back up here, Corey Hassler doing a fine job of holding on to the 5th position over Rick Webb. Now halfway through stage number 2 this time by. Again, stage number 2 will end at the completion of lap number 60. And these drivers, they know how valuable the stage points are in a race like this, a wildcard race if you want. Oh, everybody pile driving the wall behind Andrew and Greg Newsom. Both find that guardrail appetizing, and the 12 of Caleb Smith very sideways there. He's potentially losing the spot here to Greg Newsom.
Yeah, I think there's something wrong with that 12 truck after hitting the berm. I don't think it's the same as it used to be, and I think he's lost a lot of time, and it's just damaged, and he's not able to get any speed out of it right now.
Back up front, Kyle Dersham has opened up a 1.5 second advantage over Alan Dobbs, and that is wild. We saw how competitive Alan Dobbs was early on these restarts with Kyle Dersham. But you know what's happening? For the first time tonight, Kyle Dersham's going to have to work his way through lap traffic.
Yeah, and lap traffic isn't a good thing to encounter at dirt tracks because it's definitely harder to get out of someone's way in the dirt than it is in a paved oval.
Absolutely. You got to think, even if this lap truck that they're catching up to right now, Robert Anderson, is able to, get off the top side, he didn't compromise this himself. He puts himself on the bottom side. We have a caution on the speedway. It's John Binder, Hex Valentine around. Oh, no! Oh. And also the 75 Assesti. More trucks involved. 5, 6 trucks around. Oh, and a 7th! Oh, no! Where's the leader? Did the leader make it through? Oh, my goodness. There's trucks blown up back here. Oh, my goodness. And Sestini's truck is destroyed. There are several trucks destroyed, and this is going to take a moment to decipher.
That was not a wreck that we expected to happen there, and it just turned into so much more.
Again, it was Hex Valentine who originally went around, or I guess was at the start of this incident. And oh, it was Binder who went around, and Valentine and Villalobos went around, and man, oh man, this was huge. Oh my goodness. And oh man, nowhere for Robert Anderson. The leader squeaks by down on the inside. Alan Dobbs. Oh no, Matt Dyer. Rick Webb, big damage. Oh my goodness. Nobody was able to slow down.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's harder to slow down on dirt, so they weren't able to use the brakes as much, and there's just a big accident right there.
We're going to see here what happened to John Binder. He just gets sideways in the middle of the corner, and everything breaks loose there. Man, big impact for Valentine. Villalobos goes around. Here comes Sestini. And then the lap trucks there, the 7 of Waldrop, and more involved. Robert Anderson, big time damage there. Matt Knight back here. Richard Clement. The leader squeaks by, and then this is what I'm talking about with Matt Dyer. Pile driven there. And Rick Webb, and here comes everybody else trying to work their way through the accident scene, and big commotion going on in turn number 3. The big one at Knoxville.
Yeah, definitely, and we didn't expect to see, like I said, we didn't expect to see a big one at Knoxville because it's a dirt track, but at some point it was going to happen, and it was not a good time there for these drivers.
Well, here we go. I believe we are getting ready to restart here, and the pace truck is still on the racetrack, so we have delayed the green, and we are now working down the laps left to battle out for the stage 2 victory. We've seen Alan Dobbs on the restarts be really fast, trying to work his way around Kyle Dersham. Do you think he has anything for this restart?
He might have something for this restart, but it's all going to be depending on how Kyle Dersham gets off the jump here.
Absolutely, and we are still, I believe, working this caution period, trying to figure out what exactly is going on, and we'll look at the pace vehicle, and the lights are still on the pace vehicle. So there's, I believe, cycling drivers who got lapped, and well, what happens here is because the accident happened there in turn 3, and this track is so small, the leaders had kind of gone around and lapped some people who were involved in the accident. The leaders are, you know, laying off big time from the pace truck this time as well. I can't imagine this is what the league admin want as well. So very confusing times going on here at Knoxville. We're working 7 laps left in the stage. And it's still, well, we'll go through what we have. And it's Dersham over Dobbs, Hassler in 3rd, Corey, Zenla Collins in 4th, Andrew Cardinale to 4th and 5th, Rick Webb in 6th, Chris Noble 7th, Greg Newsom 8th, John Gifford and Kyle Payne round out the top 10. And I believe now the field will be released into the hands of Kyle Dersham. We're green from Knoxville. Five laps to go in stage number 2. Dersham barely out ahead of Alan Dobbs. Can he open up the advantage? Can he hold him off? Zenla Collins under heavy attack from Corey Hassler for 3rd.
Yeah, Alan Dobbs. Oh, as we see John Gifford get a little slide back there, not taking it too well. Gifford got a little on the burn, but he was able to save it, and now Julio Villalobos looks to his inside, maybe to try and get there. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to.
Again, Alan Dobbs giving it his all, trying to stay with Dersham. If you think he can stay within striking distance, he might have something to say at the end of the stage, maybe ascend.
Yeah, if he can stay within striking distance, he might pull a slider, and we love to see sliders, and we'll see if he can get it through, but he's got to keep the speed in that truck. He's got to be able to stand and hold that gap to Dersham.
Again, I love to watch this in-car. You can see how much he has to work the wheel. Look at him, enters the corner. He has to swing it 90 degrees to the left, all the way to over 180 degrees, and then some to the right. I mean, you are working a lot of wheel, nearly all 360 degrees, and then some on this wheel at all times.
Yeah, and that's the thing I love about dirt track racing, as the caution flag is out on the speedway right before the stage ends.
Oh, we have another pile up, and Chuck Waldrop around as well. Oh, no. Come on, guys. Oh, no. And this one's going to hurt. First of all, this is going to end the stage. But second of all, this is huge. I mean, that was a big accident. I'm going to try to get a replay going here to see exactly what had happened with all the action that had gone on the racetrack. And here we go. We're going to find out that this was a big accident. This honestly may happen up ahead of Villalobos. And yeah, it was the 2 of Matt Dyer. No, I'm sorry, the 12 of Caleb Smith. Bender involved in the 21, the 11, the 47. Chuck Waldrop. You know, we had Justin Carey back here. My goodness, another one.
Yeah, that was all started by the 12 of Caleb Smith. Not on purpose, but it did happen because of him, and it's just a chain reaction after that. Again, these trucks are hard to slow down once you get spinning, so it's not easy to stop. Man. Oh, what a hit for Villalobos.
That's a big hit, and everybody trying to work their way through, and the track gets blocked as Villalobos is trying to back down the track, and Matt Knight spins, and oh my goodness. Another big pile up here at Knoxville, and stage 2 is complete. Kyle Dersham, the stage winner, I would imagine. But, oh my goodness. I don't know what else you can make of that. We will see what the league admins say about that stage. I'd imagine that is how it will come to a close. But Kyle Dersham, the stage winner over Alan Dobbs. And we'll see here if the lights on the safety truck. Actually, the lights are off the safety truck. We're going racing once again. And so the leader, Kyle Dersham, will restart us. And we are green once again from Knoxville. Stage 3 is underway. you noticed there just how wide the 93 of Dersham went there through turn 4. And look at where he, oh my goodness, nearly into the barrier as Alan Dobbs is trying to get something happening on the bottom side. And you can see the track there. The track is used up. There's only speed up on that top side and really way down at the bottom where Dobbs is trying to get that 22 truck down.
Yeah, he's trying to find that speed, and he's just not able to get it, but he might have it if he just keeps trying. We'll have to see as we see that 93 go all the way up the track, like you said, at the wall. Just has to make sure he doesn't hit it and then get some damage to that truck that won't help.
Absolutely. If that 93 catches the barrier, it might be that might be what Alan Dobbs needs to get out in front. But we continue on, and no contact behind Zenla Collins and Corey Hassler for the 3rd position. Here comes Cardinale. He's in the guardrail trying to get that truck to turn.
Yeah, that wreck I was gonna say, or that little bump there, might have helped Cardinale. Cardinale hit the wall there.
Oh, look at him!
Oh, it's right up in front of Cardinale.
But look at him. He uses the wall, and Andrew up to 4th maybe. Still duking it out with Zenla into turn number 1 once again. Cardinale, that rear wing, the real spoilers hanging on for dear life. Zenla Collins is gonna go around. Now Andrew sets up Corey Hassler for 3rd.
Can Andrew get back to 3rd? Corey Hassler getting set up. Will Andrew be able to do it? Coming off of 4 to the line. Hassler has it, but it's only a matter of time before Cardinale gets to him.
Andrew continues to grab the barrier there through 1 and 2. Corey Hassler doing a fine job of holding him off, and here comes the send from Andrew.
He's gonna throw a slide job. Can he get it done? And he's not gonna be able to. Hassler gets the crossover.
What a crossover from Corey Hassler. Phenomenal driving by both of them.
Can Hassler keep Andrew Cardinale at bay? We'll have to see. Will Cardinale throw another slider? He's not going to be able to get there. He might turn him.
Well, we heard Andrew, we talked to him earlier after he had contacted from behind trying to get overtaken by 2 trucks. Earlier in this race, he said, you know, you got to find a clean way around them. And they're continuing to throw sliders. Andrew with the slider, Hassler with the crossover. This is fun for 3rd.
Yeah, this is a great battle. I love to see these sliders, and this is what you come to dirt racing for. As you see all that damage in the front from Andrew Cardinale's truck, and he keeps putting it into the guardrail.
Here comes the send from Andrew. Can he complete it? I don't think he got there.
He did not get there. Corey Hassler keeping that 71 truck at bay, but for how much longer can he keep him at bay?
Corey Hassler, can he get the run back off the corner? Trying to at least, and there he is. You can see Andrew there, and look at the send right back down to the inside. This is great, great stuff. Andrew, I think he might have found his match here. He slid to the inside of Hassler a couple times. He could not get it done. He's now tried to work the bottom side. He can't get it done. Hassler doing everything he needs to do and then some to keep Cardinale at bay. Andrew trying to squeeze around the outside.
I think Andrew's going to have to try and push him out of the way. As much as we don't like to see that, he's going to have to try something and anything to get around Corey Hassler.
I don't think Andrew will do that. He knows he's not a regular in the series. He's just here for fun. I don't think he wants to potentially impact the playoff run for Corey Hassler, and I think he's just going to try to do this cleanly. But at the same time, he is a racer. And Alan Dobbs has had a problem. He's lost major time now, and there's a slow truck. There's a smoking truck right in front of race leader Kyle Dersham.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Chuck Waldrop, but he is slow, and it looks like he's about to blow his motor here. I don't know. We don't know really what happened to Waldrop as we see Dersham try and get around him.
And I think this is maybe Waldrop just trying to make as many laps as he can. And it's a very tough situation. I mean, what do you do? I mean, of course, you know, he's in the playoff hunt. He wants to make all the laps if he can. But at the same time, like, he's blowing up, and he potentially could impact the race. It's a fine line. I don't know what you would do if you're the 7 truck.
Yeah, I have no idea if you're the 7 truck what you do as we keep it going here at Knoxville. Cardinale trying anything he can to get to Corey Hassler and get by him as we see him hit the wall again.
That one was a big hit. That might give Hassler a big break here as they're approaching the smoking truck of the 7 truck wall drop. And I'd imagine if this wasn't a sim, NASCAR would definitely be black flagging that 7 truck because that is dangerous. But of course, if it being a sim, he's not actually dropping any fluids on the track or anything like that. He is just running his race, trying to keep himself alive in his playoff hunt. And into the barrier goes Robert Anderson. This is tough. Again, Corey Hassler working his way past 2 lap trucks. Cardinale's got to find his way around them as well. This is a tough situation. Hassler on the bottom side into the slick stuff. Andrew gets contacted by Waldrop.
Oh man, Chuck Waldrop out on the track didn't help Cardinale there, but he's still right behind Hassler. Didn't lose too much time.
How about back here? We had a battle for 11. Vince Binder and Villalobos, who have been in both pileups today, they're still going at it nearly for a top 10 position.
Yeah, these guys are battling it out pretty hard right now. We'll see if Villalobos can get the run off the corner. He's not going to be able to. Like you said earlier, I think that bottom line is all used up. Well, maybe not. It looks like Villalobos is going to get the pass complete.
He controlled that slide beautifully. That is so hard to do in that slick stuff. You don't understand how difficult it is unless you've driven it. You don't understand how tough it is to keep that truck pointed in the correct direction in all that black ice, that slick stuff. It is terrible if you are not used to it. And Villalobos finessed, I mean absolutely finessed his way through all that junk, got himself cleared of John Binder, has pulled away.
Yeah, he did pull away there, and it got him through. He's gonna look to, I believe that is Chris Noble in front of him to try and get a top 10 spot.
Here we go again. Same song. What is this, 7th verse for Cardinale and Hassler?
It probably is. Same song, old dance. We'll have to see if he can get to Hassler now as he slides through the corner, into the wall.
My goodness, Andrew is using every bit of that truck and then some, all of the guardrail in the straightaway, in the corners. Andrew, he says he doesn't need a right rear. He's absolutely leaving it on the track, finding anything he can to find any way he can to find his way around Hassler. And Hassler again, a brilliant job at defending.
Oh yeah, he is really having a great job at defending Cardinale. Cardinale getting really close. I know he wants to drive clean as he's gonna hit the wall again. He's using every single step of that truck to try and get to Hassler. Can he do it this time?
Oh, they have the lap truck there that gets out of the way. That was the 4 of Richard Clement. Now Andrew, can he get to the outside of the 25? No, Hassler cuts him off. He'll try to send it back to the inside. A potential crossover to the inside of Hassler. Contact! We're going to hold on to it. Here comes Zenla Collins.
And as I was just about to say, that brings Zenla Collins in, but it looks like
Here we
Cardinale
go.
for now is going to have it. No! Hassler gets back around him.
Corey Hassler back to 3rd. Zenla Collins says, I won my shot at the podium as well. We're coming around to 15 laps to go.
This is going to be fun to watch. This battle keeps getting tense as now, like you said, Zenla Collins enters the battle. Cardinale still into the wall, using every single, it looks like he's going to lose a spot to Collins after the wall hit.
Well, that was a tough hit. I don't know about that one. He's going to keep trucking in that 71. He's going to keep trucking until there is no more 71 on the side of that truck. But man, oh man, Zenla Collins will get cleared into the 4th position. Andrew, he's got a lot of heart in him. This is all for fun, of course, for Andrew. Only the 2nd time he's really ever raced on one of these PitStop TV broadcasts, and he is putting on a great show tonight.
Yeah, he's put on a phenomenal show in that 71 truck, trying to get to the podium, trying to get past Collins and Hassler. It's been a tough time trying to get by him, but he's put on a show for us.
Julio Villalobos clears into the 10th position, and we got here John Binder and Chris Noble trying to find their way to try to get back around Villalobos.
And Villalobos using that same top line. He's getting a little bit going a little bit down the track. Will Bender try and get around him? It looks like he's going to have it through 3 and 4, and Villalobos is going to lose some spots.
You think that, but Villalobos, he's got the outside to his advantage. Actually, they're both going to clear him. Villalobos did not get high enough, and that outside's really getting used up. There's not, look at the track in 1 and 2. There's not much left. Villalobos has fallen back to the 12th position. John Bender holds 10th over Chris Noble, and then they have about a 2-second advantage back to Bill Dolph. Here we go again. 3 trucks under a blanket for 3rd, and one of them's a lapper. That's Justin Carey getting lapped.
Oh man, this is going to be interesting. Can Cardinale get back to these guys to try and get a run for the podium? Let the seas, but sending it through the inside.
That was him trying to get around the lap truck of Justin Carey. And now you can ride on board of Andrew and watch Zenla Collins and Corey Hassler duke it out for the 3rd position. Using every bit of the racetrack. There's nothing left out there. There is no grip. These trucks are screaming for any sort of dirt to keep these rear wheels planted in the track somewhere. Andrew's finding any bit of it by the fence, and that may be why he's gotten the fence so much, because that's where all the grip is.
Yeah, it could be right where the grip is, and he is using every single step of that grip to try and get to Corey Hassler.
Hassler struggling now. Zenla Collins clears into 3rd. Andrew, he's gonna have the whole right side off the truck by the time this race is over. As we're coming around to 7 laps to go in this race. Actually, I think we're coming around to 8 to go here. Yes, it'll be 8 to go left in this race for these guys. The race leader of Kyle Dersham is about half a lap ahead of these guys, and that is crazy to say in itself. Kyle Dersham has absolutely dominated tonight and has done a brilliant job in that number 93.
Yeah, he's done a really good job keeping Alan Dobbs at bay, and Alan Dobbs hasn't got the speed for Dersham tonight, as there's a 4-second gap between him and Dobbs.
So far, Kyle Dersham, he's only been in 1st all day. He's led every single lap from the drop of the green. He comes around now. He will have 6 laps to go from Knoxville, and he's working his way past lap trucks with ease. Kyle Dersham, a brilliant job in the top spot. We'll go find our way back to this battle that will not go away with Hassler and Zenla Collins. Hassler, he's being covered by the signage there on the catch. Well, that's not really a catch, it's on the guardrail there. Here comes Cardinale trying to get back in this battle as well, but it's Collins and Hassler's going to get the barrier, and Cardinale's going to get the barrier.
Man, these guys are using that turn 1 barrier, and the caution flag is out on the speedway. That's going to help some of these drivers.
No, and it's Julio Villalobos again. Villalobos has not had his fair share of luck tonight. It has been it has been a really rough night for Julio Villalobos. Let's see what happened here. See here with Julio Villalobos into the turn 1 wall, and into 1, there's just not really any grip left on the track, and he's just gonna go around trying to avoid the berm and avoid getting hit there. And it's unfortunate. He was just trying to keep that truck under control and keep out of everybody's way. He had to come to a complete stop to let drivers by, and that brought out the yellow.
Yeah, that was a tough situation for Villalobos, but he's able to regain himself. He's a lap down now, but he's going to have to try and get that lap back and try and get back to where he was running.
We'll get one more shot of this incident. You'll see him trying to struggle with, or not trying to struggle, he's trying to find any grip there is out there, and then just out of control. And that's not really anything against him. There is 0 grip out there. If you're not used to dirt racing, this is a tough condition. Even if you are used to dirt racing, this is extremely difficult.
Yeah, this is very, very difficult to run in, and it's really, this takes skill to race. You have to find each line as the track changes. In most races, the track doesn't change, but in dirt, the tracks do change a lot over the course of time, and Villalobos just couldn't find his spot.
Well, I'd say the tracks do change most of the time, but not to this extent. you know, there's definitely rubber buildup. Look at the front of these trucks. Look at everybody's front end. They're all covered in mud. This is crazy. But here we go. We're going overtime racing for the MSRA Truck Series presented by VFW, round number 14 of 22 here in Knoxville. Kyle Dersham, Alan Dobbs. We are waiting, and I believe we're going to add another caution lap.
Yes, we are. We are gonna add another caution lap. I was just letting you go through that. Like normal, I didn't want to cut you off there.
Well, we'll let these guys pace it around one more time then. Oh man, but we are going overtime racing here at Knoxville. Jacob, this has been a phenomenal show, and I think 100 laps just wasn't enough. We're gonna get a couple more added on with that. So
Hey,
here we go once again.
Just
Go for it.
a couple more laps is what I like.
Absolutely. Kyle Dersham, Alan Dobbs, the top two. Now we are green from Knoxville. Overtime in the MSRA Truck Series presented by VFW. Kyle Dersham gets away, but they're 3 wide for second. Here we go, Alan Dobbs in the middle. Hassler up high, Zemla Collins down low, everybody into the barrier. Can they make it to the white?
And it'll be interesting to see, can they make it? They do make it to the white as we take the white flag presented by Tucson Sound Art.
Corey
And
Hassler
Corey
goes
Hassler
rally
gets
jumping,
onto the berm.
trying to keep the speed in that truck. Nearly 4 wide back there, everybody beating and banking. But to the line, it is Kyle Dersham. He will go wire to wire and win here at Knoxville. What a job from Kyle Dersham.
What a race it was here at Knoxville. That was a fun race. I love this track, and these guys produced a great race, especially adding Andrew Cardinale to the mix, producing that great battle with Corey Hassler.
Absolutely, and what a job. We'll see if we'll get any dirt outs, if you will, on the front straightaway here. If Kyle Dersham will celebrate, or will he just come to a stop on the front straight? And it might just be that. Come to a stop and soak it in, because he dominated tonight, led wire to wire. And of course, we want to get right away quick words with the driver who absolutely dominated tonight's race, Kyle Dersham, a winner in the MSRA Truck Series presented by VFW. But not only that, you led all 100 laps and then led all of overtime. Didn't go anywhere besides first today, Kyle. How was your run? How do you feel about it?
It feels good, man. It was getting real sketchy on the top there at the end. I was just trying to keep it out of the wall.
Absolutely. We saw, again, the only time you were really threatened for that race lead was the restarts, and Alan Dobbs giving it his all. What did you make of competing with that 22 the few times you did do tonight?
It was fun. I was a little worried on the restarts. I'm not very good on them. But once I get rolling, I can keep a pretty good pace up.
So I have to ask, you led again all day today, and then you're leading with about 3 laps to go, and a caution comes out. What is going through your mind? I'm sure a million things are going through there, but what's going through your mind as the caution comes out and then all that final restart?
Well, the car that brought the caution out spun right in front of me, so that was about gave me a heart attack. And I really didn't want to caution because I had a good lead, and I was just on cruise control.
Fair enough. Well, Kyle, once again, we're going to give you the floor, and you get the shout out. Whoever you got to shout out, thank you, whoever you got to thank for your absolutely dominating performance. It doesn't get any better than leading from green to checkered every single lap. Who do you got to shout out? Who you got to thank for it?
I gotta thank Dirt FX again for hooking me up with this wrap. Check them out on.
I believe we lost Kyle there. But He was shouting out there Dirt FX, which was on the side of his truck. And of course, a very, very dominant performance from Kyle Dersham. We're going to step aside real quick, and we'll be right back with post-race coverage here at, of course, the sprint car capital of the world. The Knoxville Raceway was a brilliant host for the MSRA Truck Series presented by VFW. We recap all the finishing results. We get a few more interviews. All that and more on the post-race coverage coming up right after this break.
Have you found yourself trying to hide your joy because you're unhappy with your teeth? Your smile is the first feature noticed in an interview, on a date, or in family photos. We want you to be able to shine bright as your best self, and our teeth whitening system is the perfect step toward restoring your confidence.
Sound art is a product that is a speaker and it's art. We combine it together and we call it sound art. What makes it so unique that any picture can be your speaker? Sound art gives you the high quality sound without the ugly speaker. This isn't a picture with a speaker, the picture is the speaker. Just imagine your wedding picture uploaded onto a canvas and now it's speaking 10,000 tunes. I mean, it's a very cool concept. What we like so much about it that you can take anything that means something very special to you, upload it on the canvas, have it hanging up in your room, your balcony, wherever you want to put it, and now it's a speaker. I mean, how cool is that? It's something that we have that and no one has. No one has this product. It's just a great gift to give anybody. It's just a neat concept. Around here we say, art never sounded so good.
After months of quarantine, we're all interested in how we can become our best self. The team at Permanent Makeup and Cryo is here to help you get the flawless makeup look every day without the extra effort or time. When it comes to your appearance, you deserve the best care that money can buy.
Sound art introduces an entirely new way to listen to music in your home. By combining the best of two products, a revolutionary high-fidelity, low-profile Bluetooth wireless speaker with beautiful artwork. Select from a library of artwork or upload your own photos to personalize your experience. Sound art ushers in an era of invisible, beautiful, and amazing sound throughout your home and redefines your entire entertainment system. The need to reclaim your floor space and rid your home of unsightly speaker boxes that need to be bolted to the wall is now a thing of the past. Our canvas is printed on high-quality permalite by Breathing Color. And select from our gallery or upload your own. Standard sizes include 16 by 20 and 18 by 24 canvas wrapped. Custom sizing is available, as well as surround sound options.
Welcome, race fans, back to the virtual Knoxville, Iowa. We are now in the post-race coverage of the MSRA Truck Series presented by VFW, round number 14 here from the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. And it wasn't sprint cars on the track tonight, it was trucks, the MSRA trucks on the track tonight, and it was a phenomenal show. Of course, we got to hear from the race winner, Kyle Dersham. We now, of course, there's two sides to every story, but the driver who ended up second in the in the finishing results, Zenla Collins, he's standing by with our Jacob Zala.
Yes, and Zendela Collins, you had a great run tonight, but not enough to get the win. I don't know if you have any thoughts. Was there anything you could have done to get to Kyle Dersham, or was it just a lost cause at that point?
We had the this old Chevrolet running pretty good tonight. I just don't think we had anything for him. He was just too smooth off the turns, and I just didn't have enough side bite in the truck. They're late in the run. It got all the way back to 5th place, and then I found a little bit of bite on the inside lane and worked it till it didn't have any more, and just got lucky on that restart. Alan ran a good race, and he got a little bit loose, and I didn't think he wanted to put it 3 wide, so I stuck it in there and come out on the prevailing end of it.
I want to talk about that battle between Andrew Cardinale and Corey Hassler. You were right behind it for most of the time. What did it take for you to get around both of those two drivers as they were battling it out there?
Well, I know they were doing slide job after slide job on each other, and I just knew that outside line was going to wear out to a certain extent, and there just wasn't going to be any more grip in it. Plus, we had some lap cars come up and interfere just a little bit. I mean, not too much, but it moved their racing line, and it made their racing line a little bit more one-dimensional. And so that allowed me to use up the inner half of the track, and it wasn't easy, but I managed to squeeze around them and actually pull away from them there for a little bit. But that late race caution, I thought it was a hindrance, but it actually ended up helping me by allowing me to end up gaining the spot. And I think we all had a good race. It was all nice and pretty clean. We had a couple wrecks, but that's to be desired on dirt track.
Well, Zendela, you definitely had a great run today. Is there anyone, now it's your time, I'm going to give you the floor. Is there anyone you would like to shout out for your 2nd place finish here at Knoxville?
Yeah, first off, I want to thank the veterans of foreign wars, the U.S. Navy. I served in the military, so I want to thank all the military members first and foremost. Thank you for all your service. That includes, the Blues and everybody that does service type work. VRS, Direct Drive, I wouldn't be here without it. Rocket Racing Setups, I'm actually using them for this truck series. Appreciate them for their setups. And MSRA, they put on good events. They keep it very tight knit. There's a bunch of good guys in here, as well as PitStop TV for coming on board with us and broadcasting this stuff for us and giving us a voice out here and a platform to be able to show our performance.
Well, Zendela, I agree with that, and it was fun to watch tonight. I applaud you on your 2nd place finish. Good run, and have a good rest of your season.
Yeah, thank y'all.
And now I'm going to throw it back to Emerson Arden with our 3rd place finisher, Alan Dobbs.
And of course, there is 2 sides to every story when it comes to a battle like that. And it might be a mute point, but Alan, you definitely had that short run pace right off the restarts to stick it to Kyle Dersham. I know the late race caution put you down in 3rd, but was there anything different you could have done tonight to get Kyle, or was he long gone?
Nah, I don't really think so. I mean, when you're the leader, all you got to do is stay smooth, and everybody behind you has to try to find speed in a different line. Like, if I run the same line he is, I'm not going to be catching him. So I was constantly having to move around trying to find anything. There just wasn't nothing there.
Fair enough. So the restarts, you really were able to stick with him, though. You got to his tailgate, I think, off the stage 3 restart. What was, I guess, allowing you, other than, of course, punching the field back up, to really get up there? And was it maybe just the bottom side not really having that grip and maybe getting a better run through all the slick stuff? Or what do you think that allowed you to get, and that little advantage you had on the restarts?
I think a lot of the times on the restarts, he was kind of starting mid-track and having to slide up through the slick stuff, which I tried to keep my right rear up in the wet stuff, and I'd get a better pull. But I mean, once you're to his bumper, you either got to wreck him or you got to lift. So I didn't want to wreck him.
Fair enough, Alan. Again, we know you were fast in practice and you were expecting to maybe come out of here with a little bit better of a result, especially because you ran second all day. But you leave tonight again, third place finish, another great run, and continue to extend your point lead. But the next race you have, the final race before of a playoffs, if you will, is about a month's time. But Watkins Glen, you go from a dirt track to a road course. What do you make of your road racing skills?
I mean, they're not great, but they're not bad. I know that, as long as we stay out of trouble and don't wreck ourselves, we'll end up with a good finish there. And I'm just on cruise control. I'm just happy I finished tonight. I mean, I got a huge lead. In 2 more races, the points I have ain't gonna matter anything. So yeah, I'm just kind of cruising, trying to keep these decent finishes and worry about the playoffs, really.
As you should. All right, Alan, a phenomenal run tonight. Unfortunately, nothing you could have done for Kyle Dersham, but definitely the class of the rest of the field, Alan. Who do you got to shout out? Who do you got to thank for your great run tonight and your first place finish?
Just thanks to the VFW for sponsoring the series, FSM Customs, American Rejects, Flying Dragoons, Jones Setup Shop, all the MSRA admins and everybody here, and PitStop. Appreciate you guys broadcast.
Absolutely, Alan. All right, congratulations on your podium. Best of luck to you in about a month's time at Watkins Glen.
All right, thank you.
And that was driver of the number 22, Alan Dobbs. And we got another interview going with us here, and it's our 4th place finisher who put on an amazing show tonight. Driver of the number 71, Whiplash Sim Cams, Toyota Tundra, Andrew Cardinale, the 4th. He's standing by with our Jacob Zala.
And Andrew Cardinale, you had a great run tonight. P4 on the night and a great battle with Corey Hassler. Can you talk to me more about that battle with Hassler?
Oh my gosh, Slide Job City here in Knoxville, Iowa. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. I got to give hats off there to Corey Hassler. That was a lot of really fun racing. I got to him. We were both rolling the top side pretty evenly. I feel like you can go back and watch lap after lap after lap. We were on one another. Now I had gotten by a couple of guys using that top side right up on the wall, just right up on the cushion, around like lap 50 to 70, somewhere in there earlier on in that long run. And then, man, I just it went away suddenly. I got that move rolling, and then suddenly that move went away. And by the time I got to Corey Hassler, I had to really race the guy. I had to really hassle him, if you will. But I'm sorry. No, that was a lot of fun. A lot of fun there with Zenla and with Corey. That's some of the best racing I've ever had on iRacing.
Yeah, it seemed like you had a lot of fun, and trust me, it made for a great show up in the booth. Let me ask you this. Racing in this event tonight, how do you think this whole event went down and where you would put it on your mark?
Oh, man, you got to look at it from some different sides. Being a driver, I'm hearing and I'm seeing all the guys that are frustrated. Of course, from a broadcast perspective, rather, obviously, I know that was a lot of fun to watch. I'm sure I can only imagine that it was fun for the fans that were watching. That was a good race. That was a really, really good race. That's a really good race for a league to have. One that's a little bit divisive, but isn't all that bad. I mean, there's 1 or 2 guys, not gonna lie, that's pretty upset right now, but they'll have their time to cool down. They'll grab themselves a cool beverage, who knows? But man, that was a really fun time. And there's a lot of guys like, oh man, you're using the wall, man. I gotta say, that wall did not help me out at all. I think it might have helped once or twice when I was racing Corey to just kind of hold the right rear, but man, I don't know if you guys caught it or not. I was trying to look over. And actually, no, I remember. You guys were about a half a lap ahead on my YouTube or behind or whatever it was. I made one mistake in 1 and 2. I look over in 3 and 4, and I see it on the broadcast. Like, yep, they got that one. You get up into that kind of ditch between the cushion and the wall, and you're monster truck in, and you're getting sucked back. It doesn't help you. People are going to say using the wall helps you. It helps you if you just lean your right rear on it, but if you get contact with the right front, kiss your time goodbye.
Yeah, I agree. It definitely doesn't help you, especially at the dirt tracks with the damage. It does slow you down. We got some of those incidents with the wall there. It was a lot of fun to watch. And lastly, I'm going to ask you, is there anyone you would like to shout out here tonight for your run at Knoxville?
Oh, buddy, I always get to ask this question. I never get to answer it. I got to thank everybody. I know that's a very cliche answer, but I got to thank Emerson and you, Jacob, and Trey for the coverage here tonight. I know Jacob Batiki was out there in the chat watching. I know we had some other fans out there. I see Julio Cano out there. I got to thank everybody watching. I really got to thank, again, everybody at the Midwest Sim Racing Association, from Jacob Shorba to Rick Webb, Brandon Davis, whoever makes it happen, Ralph Hutchinson, other guys. I'm probably forgetting some names. You guys all were very, very helpful to get me into this race. Got to thank the guys I was racing with, Corey Hassler out there and Zenla Collins. You guys raced me very, very clean, and a bunch of guys did. And, of course, we got to thank everybody on the car. Obviously, PitStop TV. I know that's I am kind of PitStop TV with the help of all you guys. Of course, Whiplash Media Sim Cams at pitstoptv.com/Whiplash. We're launching that soon. If you want to get some cameras for your iRacing broadcasts or your iRacing streams or just getting pictures, who knows what it is. Even if you just want to watch AI races and you want to make them look like TV, by all means, hit us up over here at PitStop TV and Whiplash Media. We'll get you covered with some sim cams at some reasonable prices. Of course, got to thank Tucson Sound Art, Permanent Makeup McCryo Maine, Race Pace. It sounds like I'm broadcasting again, doesn't it? But I really got to thank everybody. Earlier in the day, I got to thank David Levine and Michael Melvin helping me out with my rail car to make sure I was good enough to, stop on the street. Having them help me for that got me home in time to make it into this race. I got so many people to thank, Jacob. That was kind of opening Pandora's box there. But yeah. This was a good time. I really got to thank everybody for watching, everybody for making this happen. It was a proper good time. I got to thank Pit Road TV and BAM Racing Videos, and I'll cut myself off there.
Yeah, I definitely did want to get the chance to interview you. That was a lot, but it's expected. And that was Andrew Cardinale, driver number 71, on his 4th place finish here at Knoxville. I'll send it back to Emerson.
Absolutely, and of course, Andrew giving us the amazing opportunity to put on these broadcasts tonight. And every night we get the broadcast here at PitStop TV. It's an amazing opportunity we get here, and even better that he gave us this opportunity to broadcast and gave us an opportunity to broadcast an amazing battle there for third, and just the amazing race we had tonight. It was truly something, Jacob. But we talked to the top 4. We have to see how the rest of the field came down to the checkers, because, boy, it got really mixed up on that green-white checkered restart. Let's go through it. And, of course, Kyle Dersham, V-Race winner over Zenla Collins out of nowhere to take that second spot from Alan Dobbs. Andrew Cardinale, the 4th, fights back for a 4th-place finish. Kyle Payne, Corey Hassler, Greg Newsom, Chris Noble, John Minner, and John Gifford round out the top 10.
Then you have Bill Dolph in 11th, Rick Webb in 12th, 13th, Julio Villalobos Jr., in 14th, Richard Clement, in 15th, Matt Knight, in 16th, Robert Anderson, in 17th, Justin Carey, in 18th, Chuck Waldrop, in 19th, Caleb Smith, and in 20th, Matt Dyer.
And there's a couple more names. Yep, go for it.
And rounding out the field, we have Michael Sistini in 21st and Hex Valentine in 22nd.
It was a wild race. A lot of great dirt racing. I did not expect 2 big pileups in tonight's race, but that is part of it, I guess. This is not a usual product we see. We don't usually see NASCAR stock cars, stock trucks on dirt. And boy, when they do get to dirt, it's not only a unique show, it is a fun show all the time. And well, Andrew hit most of these on the head, but we do have to thank our partners here at PitStop TV. Of course, these broadcasts would not be anything like they are today without, of course, our partners. And they're brought by Tucson Sound Art, your picture, your music. Use promo code PitStop TV at checkout for 10% off of your wall-mounted sound art device today. And of course, they're also presented by Race Pace Setups. Pick up pace with Race Pace, a community-driven setup, shop, and driver development program, all rolled into one. Of course, also brought to you by Permanent Makeup and Cryo in Maine. You deserve the best care that money can buy. By Whiplash Media, the official graphic and camera provider of PitStop TV. And BAM Racing Videos, by a race fan for the racing community. So of course, all of our partners here at PitStop TV, they make things go round. They make us, or they give us the opportunity to put on these broadcasts and the broadcasts that are coming up. Tomorrow night, the MSRA action continues. Same time once again, but instead of dirt racing, we're on the very old and very characterized pavement out at Atlanta Motor Speedway down in Hampton, Georgia for the MSRA National Series at 8:15 p.m. Eastern. You're not going to want to miss it. Those drivers are sure to put on a great show at a great 1.5-mile track. It's going to be a lot of fun. Monday night, we have the BRP Pro Dirt Late Model Season 2 season finale at the dirt track at Charlotte, 8 p.m. Eastern. Andrew Cardinale, Joe Donahue going to bring you all the action there Monday night. You're not going to want to miss it. And for Newark on Tuesday night, they go from the biggest track on the NASCAR schedule to the smallest track on the NASCAR schedule. To the paperclip goes Newark for their 13th season of action. We're in the run to the playoffs in Newark. You're not going to want to miss the action there. Tempers have been flaring the past few races in Newark, and I'm sure they're only going to ramp up more when you jam that big and talented group of drivers into that small half-mile. It's going to be a lot of fun. 6:40 p.m. Eastern, Martinsville. You're not going to want to miss it. And Jacob, where can everybody catch up with all the updates? They need to be able to catch up with the MSRA Truck Series and the other series we have here on PitStop TV.
You can find us on Facebook.com/PitStop TV, on Instagram at Pit_Stop_TV, on Twitter on Twitter.com/PitStop TV_, and on YouTube at YouTube.com/C/PitStop TV1.
And well, that'll do it from the Knoxville Raceway. We're happy to have had you all here for tonight's action, and we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. For all of us at PitStop TV, Jacob Zala, of course, alongside me on the commentary, and Trey Shuttlesworth doing his phenomenal work, as always, on our social media platforms. You can catch all of those updates at the Instagram, and the Twitter, and the Facebook page that Jacob just so pleasantly directed us all to go check out. And of course, I'm Emerson Arden. Thank you all for tuning in. Y'all stay cool. Y'all stay safe. We'll see you next time.